I'd say one of the biggest challenges in our company is scaling. We're growing so fast that every couple months, our systems have to change. Something that worked with or at $1 million in gross sales volume will not work with $5 million in sales volume. Again, will not work anymore with $12 billion.
I have Roland with me today. Roland is the co-founder and CMO at Wing. Wing is a platform where small businesses and medium-sized businesses outsource their workforce to become more efficient. And we're going to talk about how Roland uses mostly paid to drive most of the revenue for the company. I'm happy to have you here.
Happy to be here. So typically, small and medium-sized businesses, a lot of SaaS startups, marketing agencies, e-commerce businesses, and typically when they scale and want to get additional team members in a flexible way, or if they want to become more efficient, especially when it comes to payroll, going lean, they would turn towards Wing.
And who's your typical buyer these days? Is it the people team? Is it the marketing team? Who is your typical buyer?
It actually depends. So at Wing Assistant, we have about 14 different types of service. So it can be an executive assistant, in which case it would be CEO, CTO, any VP. We have graphics designers, in which case it might be the marketing team. And we have maybe, let's say social media assistants, or social media managers, that would be either marketing team, maybe the sales team.
And how big is the pipeline that comes from marketing for Wing?
I would say pretty much all of it. So 95%. So we are pretty active on Google search ads, which is probably 80% of our incoming leads. We have maybe 5 to 10% referrals from customers, and then the rest is miscellaneous. A bunch of them are remarketing ads, so that would also be marketing.
And as a marketing team, do you focus on your current customers as well, or only new business?
We do focus mostly on new business. However, there are some activities, for example, our blog, where we try to focus on delivering or providing value to the readers. And that value, for example, how to leverage an executive assistant, or how to delegate work properly, that is value that applies to any reader, including our existing customers. And we push that content internally.
You don't have to answer this question if you don't want to. What's your ARR right now?
Yeah, we are currently at slightly above 12 million in gross sales volume.
Okay.
Obviously, since we're a managed marketplace, we do have costs for our labor partners. And then so the revenue, that's going to remain my secret.
Yeah. Okay. Have you used the Chat GPT creatively in your ads campaigns?
We have, yeah. Actually, for creating ads, both visuals with Dolly, which is not Chat GPT, but for the copy we have leveraged it. And my copywriter has become much more productive since we were doing this. Yeah.
Amazing. What are you most passionate about in your marketing journey?
I think being deliberate in whom I target, because I hate seeing bad ads that don't concern me, and I don't want to give that experience to anyone else. So being really targeted and showing our ads or our content in general to relevant audiences, to provide value to them, to actually show them what Wing Assistant has to offer, and for them to explore that and see that as a valuable opportunity. I think that's what I'm passionate about in marketing.
And how do you go about that? How do you go about targeting, let's say, a CEO who wants to get extra help?
Yeah, so I think what I mentioned before, leveraging conversion optimized traffic. So really honing into what are the types of people, or generally the type of traffic that comes in that is the traffic that we want, that converts on our website, to report that back to Google and any other platform to really get more of that content. And obviously, there's still obviously some traffic that will be less relevant, but I want to minimize it as much as possible.
Have you tried Bing?
We have tried Bing. What was a little disappointing was that the traffic we received wasn't as applicable. So we just got more irrelevant leads that were bugging our sales team without them making the sale in the end. So yeah, we scaled it down a little bit and focused more on Google. However, now with Chat GPT. I'm hopeful that Bing might actually become stronger and we might go back into Bing as well.
What got you interested in wanting to start to be a founder?
I guess I always had the idea of becoming a founder just because I wanted a business that's my own baby, be my own boss, obviously. And I would say for Wing in particular, I'm passionate about helping small businesses that are growing in a way that they can basically to make outsourcing available to them. Because right now, the outsourcing industry is pretty much exclusive to big corporations. You would need 50 seats in a 12-month contract. And we basically offer that for the middle market to help them grow and to help them stay lean and mean.
And what's next? What's your dream for Wing from here?
My dream would be to really disrupt the outsourcing industry. Right at the moment, you have the bottom of the market where you have the virtual assistant companies that are absolutely no tech, and then you have the big corporations in the outsourcing space, and achieving to penetrate the mid market and becoming the biggest and most effective player in connecting international labor markets and domestic North American demand to just be bigger and have more impact. That's, I think, a great outcome to have.
What keeps you up at night?
I'd say one of the biggest challenges in our company is scaling, because we're growing so fast that every couple months our systems have to change, right? Something that worked with or at $1 million in gross sales volume will not work with $5 million in sales volume, and again, will not work anymore with $12 million, right? So you have to adapt your systems, whether it's incentive systems, whether it's project management, whether it's software you use. So really keep thinking about scaling and how to leverage your team best so that everyone stays efficient with that new environment. That's a challenge.